facing view fall dash. Event 2, let's get after it. So it's a 14-minute AMRAP for all divisions. For the advanced division, 14-minute AMRAP, 12 toes to bar, 20 feet single dumbbell overhead walking lunge, 12 box jumps, and then a 20 feet single dumbbell overhead walking lunge. For the intermediate division, 14-minute AMRAP, 12 dragon flags, 20 feet of a single dumbbell walking lunge, 12 box jumps, but step-ups are also allowed, whatever works for you, and 20 feet single dumbbell walking lunge. For the icebreaker division, 14-minute AMRAP, it's going to be 12 ab mat sit-ups, 20 feet walking lunge, no weight, 12 step-ups, and 20 feet walking lunge, again, with no weight. For the step-ups, for the icebreaker division, RX height, or the prescribed height, is 20 inches for the guys, 12 inches for the girls. We don't have many 12-inch boxes, but if you're looking to practice, a 12-inch box is 3 45s and 1 35-pound plate. Standards for this: toes to bar, hanging from the rig, feet behind the bar at the bottom, and then both feet contacting the bar at the same time in between the hands at the top of the rack. It's not toes towards bar, so we need actual contact for toes to bar. The dumbbell overhead walking lunge, one dumbbell, you can put this on whatever arm you want. You don't have to alternate arms, go on there, come back, alternate every step. Just pop it overhead. All we need to see it is over the head, so you don't have to be completely locked out, although I would recommend it. Lunging, standing up. At the end of your lunge, we need to see that dumbbell locked out. So you can't sort of stand up and lower it. You need to stand up all the way, and then you can bring it down. We're going to break the lunge up into 4-foot increments. The way I said it's going to be rigged to almost where the bikes are now, or where the ski rigs are. Your box is going to be on one end, rigs on the other, lunge to your box, lunge back. If you stop partway through, go back to the last 4-foot increment you finished, and go from there. Box jumps. 2-foot takeoff, stand up all the way at the top. The only thing that can touch the box is your feet. For the intermediate division, dragon flags, there will be a video after this one where I'll go over it in a little more detail. The single dumbbell walking lunge, hold it however you want. You can go overhead if you want, but goblet style on a shoulder works as well, even a farmer's carry style at the bottom, and lunge away. For the box jump step-ups, box jump same standard as the advanced division. For the step-ups, you have to alternate feet and stand up all the way at the top with both feet on the box, and both feet off of the box at the bottom of the rep. The icebreaker division, sit-ups, ab mat under you, shoulders to the ground at the bottom, shoulders past your hips up top. We don't care what you do with your arms or your legs, whatever is easiest for you. Step-ups, same thing. Walking lunges, same thing. No dumbbell, you can do whatever you want with your arms. Strategy for this workout, once again, broken into 2 groups. One group is I got toes to bar for days. I'm planning to do all of or most of the toes to bar unbroken. And the other group is I'm going to be breaking up the toes bar. So for the unbroken toes bar, the mostly unbroken toes bar or dragon flags or sit-ups, something where this is just a movement you move through. This is an aerobic workout. I was breathing heavy during this. I was sweating. You'll see in the video, I stepped down from my box jumps mainly to give myself a break. I know for me personally, I'm not going to be able to do the toes bar unbroken, lunge fast, push the push the box jump, and then lunge fast back and be able to maintain that pace for the whole 14 minutes. You want one steady pace here. If you speed up a little bit in the last 3 or 4 minutes, fantastic, but we want to avoid that coming out guns blazing and crashing and burning 5 minutes in, right? 14 minutes gets real long when you're standing at the clock for half of it. Now, if we're super comfortable with toes bar and we're super comfortable with box jumps and we're superly aerobically sound, we have a good aerobic base, let's say that's better. We can push this a little bit harder than you saw me in the video. We can start to speed up those box jumps, but again, only if we're ready. Like I said with event 1, you can blast through the box jumps, you can blast through the deadlifts in event 1, but if it causes you to stare at that bar or stare to kick up into those handstands, you're sort of working hard for nothing. For the intermediate and the icebreaker division, the same strategy applies. If we're doing this full out, we're doing all the movements unbroken, or most of the movements unbroken. We're moving for 14 minutes, and it's almost like a 14-minute run is what it felt like. How fast can I go and move consistently for that 14 minutes? Now, let's say we're not doing this. Let's say I see the toes bar up there, and I'm thinking 3 sets of 4 the entire way, or 4 sets of 3, or 6 sets of 2, or whatever. Transition times are gonna add up here. Since we're resting a little more on the toaster bar, you take those rests as whatever you need them to do your sets, right? If you rest for too long, obviously you're gonna run out of time. Similarly, you don't want to rest. You don't want to do a big set, rest a big amount of time, and then do a small set. Let's say we're doing 8 and 4. Your rest before your 8 should be longer than your rest before your 4, because you're only about to do 4 toes, right? Make your rest relative to the amount of reps you're about to do. But especially with the first version, absolutely, but especially with the second version where we're breaking up the toaster bar, pick up our dumbbell fast. Get those box jumps going fast. Get those dumbbells going fast on the way back so that we have some time that we can rest on the toes bar and we're not feeling rushed. Yeah, if we need to take those breaks, take them. But if we're looking to chew up ground tree and we know the toes bar are going to be a struggle point for us, let's deal with the toes bar to the best of our ability, but not waste time slowing down when we don't need to on the other movements, right? Realize that aerobically, heart rate wise, things are going to slow down at the toaster bar so I can push my lunges and my box jumps or step ups a little bit more. Right? Same thing applies for the intermediate icebreaker division. If we notice a movement that's going to be a struggle point, see if we can push the other 3 parts a little bit harder so we have some time to work with the one we have struggled with. Again, we'll get plenty of time to recover. If you're doing 3 sets of 4, you have 15, 20 seconds probably if you're resting. That's up to about 30 seconds. That's a minute over a couple rounds. You'll be able to recover. So push those lunges, push those transitions just a little bit harder than you would normally. Right? Again, you see in the video, I just sort of moved for the full 14 minutes, pacing it almost like I would a 15-minute or 14-minute run. But find out where you're at with that. Think about your strategy, what you want to do. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message, but have fun. All right, everyone, going over the standard for the Dragon flags for the intermediate division event number 2 for ball bash. What we're going to set up, this is going to be off of the rig, but I'm going to use this for today. We're going to set you up so that when you lay on the ground, your legs are locked out, your arms are locked out, and you're holding the pole. We're going to draw a line but at your ankles, and that's going to be the line you have to touch on the ground. So if I get set up, grabbing the pole near the bottom, right, I'm locked out, there'll be a line somewhere where you can see my soft line. From here, all the standard is feet up, touch the pole anywhere, and then bring your legs back down to the ground, past the line. So up and down. And that's it.
12.